Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
Chemda, I don't know about you, but I saw trending #1 right now on my phone is an article from Food Insider that says, admit it, grilling is bad. Now,
That's trending? Are we bored?
don't we have enough problems? Fuck off! The heat source is only on the bottom. Your grill gets caked on food from the last time you... Fuck you!
That's seasoning.
We get 5 things a year. Fuck Food Insider.
It's so like filler stuff. Like right before Valentine's Day, turns out a little bit of chocolate daily might be good for you. And it's always like a might be good for you. Don't quote us, don't get your lawyers, but here's something we may have heard of.
Because I don't follow food blogs. It better be trending because it's the whole world going, fuck you. Then I'm good with negativity. Fuck you. That's what you did. What are you working on, honey? Oh, great article. I'm telling everybody that the 4th is coming up and you're fucking up. Eat dicks, all of them. Stop it. Come on now. Anyway, July 4th, this Sunday, it's Keith and the Girl Day. That's how we celebrate. Show your Keith and the Girl pride by tagging us at Keith and the Girl and hashtag Keith and the Girl. Post a picture of yourself with a Keith and the Girl shirt, a hoodie, leggings, tank tops we have now. What? Show us drinking out of your Keith and the Girl mug. Go old school. Post your Keith and the Girl keychain. Here's an idea. Post a screenshot of the episode that you're listening to. How about that? Don't forget, just tag us in the photo. We'll retweet and all that at Keith and the Girl and hashtag Keith and the Girl. Last show we did was with our buddy Bobby Mitchell of so many years, and everybody loves to hear him again. Sparrow is saying, so nice to hear Bobby. Warm fuzzies all around.
It did feel like that.
Yeah. Appy is saying he sounded really happy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. Like at least 50% of the time.
He's suicidal, so it worked. That's good to hear. Spare Ben, hearing Bobby, I mean, he's not now. He was before. Okay. He's good now, is what I'm saying. Hearing Bobby makes me want to hear other voices from that era, like Keith McNally. How likely is a reconciliation anyway? His dad died recently, if you're looking for an opening.
That's my opening?
Yeah. Hey, heard your dad died.
What kind of PR office do you work in?
Yeah.
Here's an opening line. Hey, heard you're one parent down.
This guy went out of his way to say he's going to be your arch enemy. Any chances of a reconciliation? Just checking.
I gotta check what the word reconciliation means.
Yeah, I doubt it. But I will say this. There was a poll on yesterday's show, and it was related to a VIP show that we did.
I just want to point out, I know what's coming, and I think you're petty. I think you're petty, but go ahead.
I'll tell you why I'm petty.
Okay.
Because I'm being lied to.
No.
Yes. On last week on Keith and the Girl, where we sum up the week before with either Rod or Karen Morrow, it was brought up that Chemda was given the movie The King of Staten Island by me. I got it illegally.
But look how much royalty you're already putting in your words.
What?
Was given the movie by me.
You don't know where I'm going with this. So Chemda on the show was saying, hey, you recommended this movie. Why did you do that? And I said, I was just giving it to you. The poll was, who did you agree with more regarding Keith, Chemda, and The King of Staten Island? Keith or Chemda? 50-50. And to that I say...
that I'm going to skew the audience in the following way.
No, the audience lied. There is no planet where you, dear listener, heard the Staten Island movie discussion on last week on Keith and the Girl and picked Chemda's side. You fibbers are the reason people don't believe in science, and shame on you. And I'm going to add that clip, 10 minutes out of the 2-hour show, at the end of this episode.
You see how he's talking to you? Do you hear that?
There's no way.
Right in your earbuds, he's talking to you like that.
Yes, because you lied to me, and I'm willing to forgive you. Because you're going to hear this clip at the end of the show and beat yourself.
Wow.
There's no way. You will be disgusted with yourself, and know that that is the understood apology. There is no planet where you're going to hear this at the end of today's show and go, oh, yeah, I shouldn't have just guessed. I'm a fool.
Hey.
But we have other things to get to first. Okay? fantastic comedian is the guest today. She's been featured on Take My Wife, Vice's Funny How. I see tour dates coming up. We're getting back into the real world, opening for Patton Oswalt. Irene, too. Hello, Irene.
Hey, guys.
How you doing? We'd like to first fight and then bring on our guest.
Yes, I see that. I was like, oh no, I feel like I'm in my parents' house all over again.
Like if you had to guess who's right, just based on the little that you heard, who would you pick?
Well, I always pick the side of whoever's talking the least. So Hemda.
Oh my God, yes.
Hemda tried to talk. I just kept going over her. But
I know.
you
Exactly.
saw she was trying the same amount. Oh boy.
She was trying the same amount. Irene, Katka, best new guest 2021.
I just always like to pick the underdog, you know? I'm like, I have no idea what you guys are fighting about, but I pick Hemda.
Is that what you did with your parents too? It's like, guys, if I had to pick right now, Dad, you're talking too much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Your parents are separated. Is that correct?
Yes.
Would I'm with I have a girlfriend, so I have stepkids, and we're trying to figure out how much did their breakup affect them. And even though same with Hemda, I think definitely with me, my parents shouldn't have been together, but they stayed together. So I don't understand how I wish they broke up. I don't understand what the trauma could be to a child. Was there trauma regarding that? How young were you?
So mine was basically the same, where my parents stayed together till I was in high school because they thought it'd be better for me, but they just fought pretty much every day. And I'm like, I know, like you could just break up, like I'm fine.
Right.
But they were like, no, we insist, one house.
That's such a new
Right.
concept for the kids to recognize. Yeah, we don't need to do this because I think the kids used to be like, oh, how would this work? But now that we already had a generation of going like, it works this way, 2 Christmases, everyone's regular, it's not such a big deal. Now the kids are like, why do you insist on doing this?
Yeah, it's not for me, it's for you, I guess. So yeah, I just had to kind of stick it out till I was in high school.
I in your stand-up you talk about how you came out of the closet to your mom and your mom's like, yeah, no shit, I know. I pictured this being like the same thing, like, oh, we're not getting along. No kidding.
Yeah, it's like, oh really? You thought every day when you guys were yelling that was normal?
Right. Did they sit you down to try to break it to you, or was it just understood?
I don't think I ever got sat down for that. I never got a sex talk either. They never sat me down for anything. I think they just
Right.
assumed I knew whatever was happening. Like one day my dad was just like not living at our house anymore. I'm like, okay, I guess it happened.
That's so funny. They never sat you down, so you became
Never.
stand up.
Yeah, exactly. They're
Right.
like, I was like, oh, I do comedy because my parents don't explain things to me. So now I have to like talk to strangers.
While I have you seated here, audience, let me tell you about the birds and the bees.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way when parents break up and they tell the kid, hey, look, I want you to know it's not your fault. My dad was the opposite. They didn't break up, but he kept telling me they're about to because it's my fault.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I got to hold it in. Like he's like, I'm gonna get an apartment and move, and I'm like, oh no, you're kidding me, please. Like I'm leaving like the classifieds out on the table so we can find apartments. No, are ya? Of course you're not. I know
Hey,
the
Dad,
money
let
you
me-
don't have. Yeah.
Let me help you find good china. How can I
Right.
help you move out
Yeah.
of
You're
here?
like, please leave.
And
Dad,
also, why are you acting like you have enough money to leave, please?
Yeah, I was at a garage sale. I found a hot plate. You want it?
Your dad would move out into the garage and just like stew.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I think that's what he's thinking. My mom is in assisted living now, and he's looking at a smaller apartment closer to her. I think he's very excited about the idea that he always had where he is going to move out. And he's like a stupid college kid. Like, I will have my hot plate. We'll have hot plate parties with me and my friends I don't have.
Yeah, like just feeling like the struggle is gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quit life and do me, but everything's gonna be harder, and I'm not gonna realize that until I put my deposit down.
Right. I'll tell you what I'm going through. My girlfriend said, hey, I want to see that musical In the Heights. And I'm not into musicals. And have you seen this, Irene? I know it's on
No,
TV
I haven't
also.
yet. It's on HBO also,
Yeah.
and I want to watch it. I just haven't done it yet.
So so I go, you know what? She has, like I said, she has 3 kids. She's working. She's doing stand up. She never has time for anything. How about I just say yes? Absolutely. We'll go 4 times a day. We'll never. Well, it turns out she called my bluff. We went to the movies and we saw it last night.
I am so glad she called your bluff because that is such a bullshit way of saying yes. I am so excited for you and for her. I tried to get Xerxes to see it. I'm not into musicals either, but there's something about the dance that I saw, the potential dance, and I really
Right.
like dance stuff. And he's not into any of this, but I tried convincing him. I'm like, don't you have to see it? And he's like, why? I'm like, you're Dominican. Look. He's
Right.
like,
Yeah,
no.
Does he know Washington Heights? Does he know about that?
Yes.
Then he'd get
yes.
it. Does he know bodegas?
Exactly.
Does he know abuelas?
Uh-huh. He does. He had a couple.
He would love it.
Yeah.
He
mhm.
Yeah, he would have loved it.
Did they do an abuelas dance? Abuelas.
No joke. Yeah,
Tienen abuelas.
yeah, they did.
really
that's
seriously.
that's one of the 7 songs I could have done without. But I gotta be honest, I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah.
Now I'm not
You liked
sending
it?
it to you. I almost hesitate to recommend it, as weird as that sounds. But I did the very first song called "In the Heights," and he's describing a bodega in rhyme, and I'm like, I've been to bodegas, I get it. I loved it. I loved it right away, and I was
Wow.
into it.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Very surprised. And I saw, this is the guy you're talking to. I saw Rocket Man, and I was mad it was all music. I'm like, you didn't even say that in the trailer, because most people don't like musicals. You tricked me. And I'm a fan of the Rocket Man. But the movie blew. In the Heights, I was digging it. It will, without question, win Best Musical Comedy, if they still have that category. It's going to win Best Editing. It's going to win Best Sound Mixing. It's going to
Wow.
win Best Cinematography.
You
And
heard
if
it
there's
here first.
choreography, it's going to win that.
Wow.
Dang.
There's more editing than a superhero movie.
Keith, I don't know how to tell you this. You are recommending it to me, not personally.
Not you,
But-
other people. You don't see it.
You're like,
don't
it's
want-
for everyone but Hemda.
Yes.
Forever. He's never going to recommend anything. Hey, I really enjoyed this restaurant. So if you happen upon it, just know that when I was here, I enjoyed it. There's no information to give you about it other than I had a good time.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, I learned a lot. I didn't know that Dominican Republicans love to sing always.
Okay.
They love it. And that was fun to learn. There's 17 songs. That's a lot of songs. It's 6.5 hours. But still, again,
What did you like again?
still a fan.
I really can't tell what he likes about
Thank,
this
thank
movie.
you.
There were 32 songs I did enjoy. And
Okay.
I feel like you like musicals.
don't say that.
Fresh perspective. Yes, Irene, please speak on that.
You know what? The Sound of Music in this. I think that's it. I can't think normally, because normally, you know what I liked about it? Normally, they're just really trying to throw in regular words to a song, and you just stare at it. But this movie is like Stomp, where all the notes are them, banging on something. I like that.
You're
I like that.
You're the tourist of musicals, and they
Yes.
got you all around.
Yes, it's like
Okay,
oh,
so you went to the Times Square of musicals and enjoyed yourself.
if you want to do like a tambourine, that means you have to shake a grate. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, it's clever.
You like going to those restaurants where the guy's cooking in front of you and throwing it in his hat and stuff.
Oh yeah. Like the sushi restaurant or whatever that place is called.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
No, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying.
If I'm at a restaurant, and I order a steak, and they do a magic trick with it right before they give it to me, I'm not angry. I'm like, yeah, I thought it was in your left hand. That's fun. Yeah,
Keith, I think you might be a little basic.
yeah, yeah. Love it. Love it. We call it human, but okay. I see what you're saying. We have enough. I'm being told I can't grill. I don't really like to grill. Somebody just told me the other day. Get the you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm basic. What could I tell you? I like to grill, and I like when you stomp on things and it makes notes. If you like when people stomp on things and it makes notes, you will love In the Heights. That's the
so
blurb.
confused about like imagine you made In the Heights and this is the review you just heard.
Yeah. Do you like to listen to the sounds of the city? In the Heights.
In rhythm.
In rhythm form.
Oh God.
Like the train. Oh, then they trick out the train, and all of a sudden it's a hip hop train with a Latin flair. Okay. Now
I don't want to watch this.
Right. This is what I'm saying. I'm telling everybody not to watch it because you're going to be mad at me. Maybe I just thought I'd shoot out my brains and I could tolerate it. And now I leave there thinking it's fantastic. I don't know. I'm not going to watch it again because I don't want to ruin it. The experience. But yeah, I was into it. I was Googling how many songs are in the Heights. And what pops up automatically is the autofill is In the Heights, a true story. I don't want to spoil it, but when they started dancing sideways on the building, that's where I was like, probably not a true story.
Is it true that a bunch of Latino people live uptown?
Is it true that one guy thought about going to the Dominican Republic and a woman thought about going to college in a different state? Is that a true story? You should, when you go on when you're on the third date, you should be able to look at somebody's Google requests.
Oh, you're
right.
mean.
Oh, yeah.
I can be inside your body, but I can't be inside your stupid question history. That doesn't seem right.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Why do you talk like that?
I'm just saying what's fair.
So uncomfortable.
I wouldn't know what you looked up if a
we
movie
have
was a true story.
Inside your body.
Yeah. You've been with bodies, right, Irene? I'm not saying things out of line.
I mean, not recently, but yeah, occasionally I'll dabble.
You know of them.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah. So you follow. You follow what's happening. All right. Irene's stand-up is fantastic.
It's the opposite of In the Heights. If you like In the Heights, you won't like my comedy.
I could. You know what? For you know how to play piano, for example, right? How about more of that in your stand-up?
Yeah, I also don't know how you knew I played piano because I've never talked about that.
I know everything, Irene. Okay?
All right.
You should see my Google searches. I don't even go, what's Irene up to? Enter. I go, does Irene play piano? Enter. Yeah. Does Irene own a zoo? No, you don't, apparently.
I don't.
That's how I Google people. And I find crazy shit they wrote in their diary at 4th grade. But Irene in her stand-up was talking about, when people look at her funny for being in a woman's bathroom. And, you just want to take your tampon and hand it to them as a ticket.
Yeah.
God, I wish you would.
I've really thought about it, but I'm never on my period when it happens.
Mm.
Damn.
Wouldn't that be fun? That would be fun.
She said, I'd use men's bathrooms, but I don't want people to think I'm just taking constant shits all day.
It was so funny. Fucking burst out laughing when I heard that.
And it took me a second, too. I was like, oh!
Yeah.
Because you have to sit down. I see.
You get it.
I got it. She talked about wanting to break up with somebody. But then when she, finally had the lips to do it, the person said, oh, actually, I'm real sick right now. I have an illness. And you could tell it was something serious. And she's like, well, I can't break up with you now.
Fuck, an 80s sitcom happened to you?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
How did you deal with it?
Well, I think they're fine. Yeah. I mean, we just kept dating for a while, but I think she's fine now. We don't talk, so I don't know.
And then Irene says, here's the kicker. Then they broke up with me. Isn't that the motherfucker of it? I was with somebody, or we're dating, and I'm like, I don't know how to end this. We're not really vibing like I thought we would. Then she started ghosting me, and I'm like, wait a minute.
You're like, this was my decision.
And I'm like so close to trying to make it work out. Wait, what's wrong with me? I'll figure out the breakup later, but we should fix it for now.
That's happened a couple times to me where simultaneous ghosting. And I'm like, well, I just never called him again, but I guess he never called me either. It's weird.
You want to feel like you're in control,
Yeah, I didn't know what to. I'm like, I get we both felt it. Yeah. Okay. like simultaneously, like it's almost a gift, you know?
Right. People get upset about being ghosted, but check if you're in a haunted house. Maybe everybody's ghosting everybody. How about that? It's not ghosted, just nothing was there ever.
Right.
Right. How you holding up now that the lockdown is over for the most part?
I'm excited. I mean, I'm back, touring. I'm in a hotel room right now. I'm in Portland. Gonna do some shows. It's fun.
Good. Were you going crazy during the lockdown?
I talked to an ex. So
Okay.
yeah, I did the little, went down a little rabbit hole.
Right.
Didn't feel so great. Wasn't able to do stand up. I had to just do Zoom comedy shows, which, that'll really make you real depressed.
I saw some of those, not ones you were in per se, but I would see, the people just think you can put on a Zoom show, period. And so a comedian's talk, and then all of a sudden you see an audience member's face pops up because they talked, and they're like, I don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
Then the comic thinks they have to add to that, but that only makes it weirder.
Yeah, and you can just see audience members just walking around their house. They're like yelling at people. You're like,
Right.
I shouldn't be able to see any of this right now.
Right.
Yeah, I went to one and they were like, please turn on your cameras. It is easier for us. And, we were having dinner. So I was like, okay, if you want to watch me have dinner. Other people turned on their camera. There's a baby in the shot now. So it's like an entire family having dinner. And I understand how that's easier, but now I'm focused on that kid. Now you could see it's time
Sure.
to
Oh, yeah.
put that kid to bed. Now we're doing the dishes with everybody.
Well, yeah, a dog barks. All of a sudden, the person in row 2 is on stage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's like someone just like knitting for the whole show, not watching it at all, just knitting. It's like an audio podcast now. And I'm like, what are you
Right.
doing?
Comics will say, even if they take off a couple weeks, they feel rusty. Like, hey, who am I to be on stage again? What happens when a year goes by? Do you look at like your other hand that doesn't have the mic and be like, where do I normally put this?
Well, the first few sets I did when I was doing live shows, I just forgot half my jokes that I've
Really?
been doing for years. I just went back on stage, I do half the bit, and then suddenly I was like, I don't know how this goes. And I literally would say out loud, well, I don't know where the rest of this joke goes, so I'm just going to go to the next one.
There you go.
Couldn't figure out how my arms worked either. I was like, well, I hold the mic like this, but what do I do with my left hand?
do people find it charming and now it's going to change your comedy in that deliberately you'll quote forget jokes?
No, I don't think it was charming at
Okay.
all.
I enjoyed their honesty.
No, I think they were like, oh, she needs to
Okay.
work on this.
Okay.
She wrote to your parents.
It's like,
I
it's a little
remember-
unprofessional.
Not too long ago, I was in my first real life conversation in person with 2 people. And it was, if those in the know, his brother Love and his wife Sarah. And I'm like, oh, now I have to turn to this person to talk to them. The story's really for the first person, but you include the second person. It doesn't matter if they are on their phone. And I'm like, at one point, I went, this is fucking weird, right? And I'm glad
Yeah.
they agreed. Or maybe me calling it out was the weird part. Who knows? Either way, they agreed. And it was strange. It took me a second.
It does feel like a little bit like I'm playing myself as a Sims character,
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, I do this now, and then I do this, and
Yeah.
then I leave.
It's so funny. I think in the beginning of quarantine, we were like, can't wait until it's up because we thought it would be like school's out. And those scenes where it's like everyone's throwing all their notes up in the air and it's big chaos and fires and whatever. And we're going to come out running into hugs with people. But the opposite is happening.
No, it's just socially awkward, and everyone's like, oh, do we hug now, or do we do
Yeah.
a handshake or a fist bump?
Yeah.
And I remember I was talking to the 2 of them, and then I had to use the bathroom. And I remember exactly like you said, like a Sims character. And I'm like, now I stand up. Now I turn to the left. I pretend to put on a mask as if anybody in this restaurant cares and walk to the bathroom. And now the mask could come off because I'm back at my table, as if that's how science works.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I hate that when they're like, oh, you got to wear your mask, but like, if you're eating or drinking, you don't have to. I'm like, I don't think that's how this disease works.
Right.
If you're
What-
inside a restaurant eating, you're maskless.
Right. Just go maskless. Here in New York, I don't know what you're seeing. People are masked. Restaurants are okay with no mask. The sign in places in general are movie theaters. If you're vaccinated, you're free to not have your mask. They
Right.
don't check at all.
Yes.
To me, I'm vaccinated, so okay, I guess what do I care? But yeah, on the subway, even though there's signs to keep wearing your mask, half the people aren't. Actually, it's the people. I noticed this during the day they are, and at night they aren't. So I think at night it's the movers and shakers going, "What are we doing?" If we're out partying, then what's the subway gonna matter? And people during the day are like, "All right, this is the grind. I have to have it."
That's so interesting.
That's what
Because
it
I
looks
was
like.
just in New York, and I feel like most of the people on the subway were wearing their masks.
During the day.
Both.
Oh. What train? The party train? Do you know about the 9 train? We don't have it anymore, but it went to the Heights.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I don't know about the 9 train.
Yeah, you point to a metal fence, and you can draw the train, and that forms music notes. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, you probably weren't on that train. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I was on an A train.
Oh yeah, that doesn't go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't cover the A train. What if after the credits they covered the A train?
the A train doesn't go? Oh, because it's on the other side. Okay.
See, you learn this stuff. They go to a map right away. That's what I like. Like, this is what we mean about In the Heights. I'm like, look at that. I didn't even know. Could have been skyscrapers. It's about Washington Heights. And now I know that. I'm reading about here in New York, state prison officials are so desperate to get inmates vaccinated that they're bribing them. You would think they would be like,
Oh
no,
my
you
God.
have to. You're in prison. These are our rules now. No, somehow that's still your constitutional right to decide. And, you've heard about lotteries in states. If you get
Yes.
vaccinated, maybe free college for a lucky person.
Wow. How
Uh,
many brownies for a shot?
That no joke. That's what they're saying. You're going to win
my God.
whatever they sell there.
Like
Uh,
it's like top ramen.
Yeah, you'll get a lucky person gets like $75. You'll get those brownies with the nuts. You get like $75, and yeah, you won't get beat up for it or anything bad. But you'll get like a care package, or no joke, you're allowed a conjugal visit.
Wow.
That's not a weird form of sex work. That's negotiating sex.
Only 45% of New York's incarcerated felons have been inoculated.
Did they try giving them information?
How do you mean?
They have all this time to read. Did they try saying this is why you should
Those-
take the shot?
Those pamphlets are so boring.
What else are you doing in jail?
You would think all I have is time, but that doesn't mean it's free time. Time is still time. Time's the only commodity they have. I don't want to be wasting it wearing reading about bullshit.
You didn't read it all in jail, did you?
No, but they would
No.
come around when I was a kid, Irene.
I was just like, you were in jail?
I wrote,
Doesn't
thank
he
you.
look like he's been in jail?
Thank you very much, Irene. Rude, Chemda.
It is rude.
I don't know which
Sorry.
way is rude. Well, you don't think I could be in jail, Irene?
No, I really didn't. I really didn't. No part of me thought you'd ever been in jail.
I was 18. I applied for some loan, and for like $3,000 or something like this. The loan ended up being a scam. I never got the money, but a couple days before I was to get the money, I'm buying stupid shit like jeans with checks, pizza with checks, VHS tapes I'm renting with checks. And so I ended up in jail when all those checks bounced. So I was in jail, and they would come around with the book cart, and I'd always pick out something like I'm gonna be smarter, but no, there's
Never happened. What kind of stuff
Never
would you pick out? Like, it's funny, like, I'm going to be smarter. So what was the smarter books?
a classic, the bell
Okay.
jar. No, I don't know, some kind of classic.
Oh, it's like,
I'm
damn, okay.
right?
Okay, he didn't crack it open.
Right.
I see what you mean, though, Keith.
Yeah, I got the
Just-
bell jar. Page 1, the first sentence was, "It was a queer summer," and I'm like, I don't know. Let me get another one. I don't know what I'm gonna learn on this one. Oh well.
That's the only thing you learned from the bell jar.
Yeah, it was a queer summer. I know that. And I bring that up. People go, "Did you read the bell jar?" I go, "Are you talking about the queer summer?"
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Gotta go. Bathroom, mask. Then I leave. You perhaps saw the big news that the Trump Organization CFO, Chief Financial Officer, Alan Weisselberg, has been indicted on 15 felony counts, including a scheme to defraud, conspiracy,
Wow.
grand larceny, and falsifying business records.
Wow, 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 wow.
Prosecutors allege Weisselberg evaded taxes on $1.7 million of income.
For Trump or for himself?
For Trump's company. So Trump's
See,
not indicted yet,
wow.
but the CFO is.
Wow, it's so funny. I wonder if that accountant is like when Trump is saying like, I don't pay taxes. That's for losers. He's like, that stays in the office, you fucking idiot.
Right, the CFO
What do you
was
say
like,
that?
right. The F in CFO is pretty important, Trump. Don't say that. Prosecutors say they have digital drives with grand jury testimony, bookkeeping records, tax records, statements of potential witnesses. Now,
Wow.
you know, what do I know about these tax laws? And it's not like it's exciting news, even though obviously I'm anti-Trump. But this is what I noticed from that. How on these news organizations, and I'm flipping through them, CNN, you know, Fox, everything. How do they do you ever notice this? Whenever there's a breaking story like this, they interview someone in the know or a lawyer, but these guys were always just in prison. That Michael Cohen was the big one yesterday on all these different channels, liberal and otherwise. And I'm like, you were just in prison. And you're like, well, I know how it works over there, and he is not a good guy. And blah, blah. You just got out of prison. Why are we listening to you? That's crazy to me. Am I seeing what other people are seeing, or is it who cares?
I see what you're saying. I just wonder how many people you really can talk to who are in the know. And I think press ends up just
They're all in prison.
I don't, you know, you are the sum of your 5 friends, I guess. Who are you going to ask about criminals, other criminals?
Michael Cohen went to
true.
prison for arranging payments to silence women who claimed to have had affairs with President Trump and for lying to Congress. Cohen,
That's such a weird, like, he had sex with women behind his wife's back and also.
right,
And also more bad stuff.
he said, you know, he was giving women hush money. Can't be doing that. He told Congress he didn't do it. They found out, of course, that he did. That's how the whole thing started. We know you
Did
did.
he have a spreadsheet with like hush money that he was like,
It's just titled Hush Money.
There's
mhm.
always
It's a
records.
Google Doc.
Yeah. There's always emails. I can't believe we did it. Send. Cohen said he violated campaign finance laws at the direction of Trump and for the principal purpose of influencing the 2016 presidential election. But here he is now, like, hey, I came clean. I wrote a book called Disloyal. Get it? Fuck them. So now I'm ready to give my 2 cents on what's going on. It was just weird seeing that face, and it's smug. Michael Cohen's face is so smug, and all these people's are. And it's like, you just got caught being a piece of shit. Let me tell you how it really is, though. You're like a lawyer in a Hollywood movie. You look like such a piece of shit.
I feel like America just loves like a shitty person that turned their life around.
Mm.
You know, we're just like obsessed with that.
I know, but from Wednesday to
love that.
Thursday.
Yeah.
No, they never say what they learned. Just like,
No.
You guys were right. Fuck him. All right. Come on TV. President Donald Trump's former personal lawyer and fixer, right there. Never go to school to be a fixer. That's bad news. Michael Cohen was, I remember this. Michael Cohen went to prison. Pandemic happened. They let him be at home. They said, you can't do interviews because we don't want to, you know, we don't want to glamorize what's going on. He did interviews anyway. They said you have to stay in your house. He went out anyway, and then they put him back in prison. So all this just happened. And let's get his opinion on MSNBC. Okay, let's do a tell-all book. All right.
It's hard to keep track of these guys.
I guess that's what they're counting on. You know,
Very difficult.
right? Then they bring Jeffrey Toobin back, and they're like, Jeffrey, should we talk about you whacking off on Zoom? And it's like, oh, you didn't talk about Michael Cohen being in prison. You're acting like you guys are buddies.
I had a friend who would never remember your name if she met you, but she would always remember your sign. That's Keith. He won't remember your name, but he knows exactly your crime.
Yes. Yes.
And also you remember names. It was so deep. And then I just had to breathe and get in the shallow water.
Right. Do you know that Donald Trump, when he was president, he made $1.6 billion?
No.
Yeah.
From his company?
Yes. Jimmy Carter had to sell his peanut farm. But I don't know what's going on.
Well, is that the first time he made that much money?
I don't know. Yeah,
That's a lot of
probably
money.
right. You're obviously making deals with people / countries. I mean,
He
I
loves
think we can all
making
agree on
deals.
that.
You make deals.
Right. It is what you do. I recently saw all my siblings, and one of my brothers was like, it's a shame these these tweets and Trump's attitude, because he really was a great president. And
Ugh.
I'm like, oh, to even hear that. And honestly, I don't know. Maybe he did get things done. The hate was just so overwhelming, though. I didn't study a lot of the other stuff. You know, look what's happening now with the calling it the Hong Kong flu and all this.
Well, when one of your siblings said that, did you go, "Oh, I was paying too much attention to the tweets. What's the good stuff he did?" Like legit wanting to learn.
No, because I didn't legit want to learn.
Hmm.
Well, I give a fuck for what? My Trump debates? Who cares? Okay, I'd choose to believe you on that regard. Fuck them.
Did that come out of nowhere, by the way? And did it get dropped by the rest of the family? Like, and that's a thought from that person. Anyway, Denny's?
It did get dropped, and I wonder if he knew it. Like, okay, all right, I see what happened there.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
kind of like Newsy was talking to us about his mom dropping like, and you can't trust it, let alone with vaccine or whatever she said. And he and his brother were like, "You just said a vaccine thing. We're looking out the window.
Right.
We are not on the same page, and we're not going to read the same book today."
Have you, being Chinese, Irene? Have you noticed in person the Asian hate that's going around?
Luckily I have not, but I've read all the news articles and
Sure.
people getting beat up. Yeah, but I've been, knock on wood, not a target of a hate crime.
Okay. I guess it's up to what they say when they do it, right? Like if somebody just jumps somebody, it's like please say something bad. Like
Yeah.
I had two people with guns pull them
Uh-huh.
on me, and and then talking to cops later, you learn it matters what they say. Did they point it at your head as
Mhm.
opposed to your chest? Did they cock the gun? Did they say I mean it? Every little thing is something.
Interesting. Yeah, I actually have been jumped twice prior to all this. This was like a few years ago, and they would never say anything.
Like
What's this jump? Tell us about one of them.
One of them, I was just, I was in the bay, and then some guy just came up to me, and was just like, "Give me all your stuff," and I was like, "Ah," and then I was like flailing and screaming, like that's my defense mechanism, is I
Right.
just start yelling and hope someone shows up, and then eventually he ran away. And the other
Did
time,
he take your stuff?
no, I've been 2 for
so
2
that
on not
works.
getting my stuff. Yeah, it works,
Wow.
by the way.
Should have
I
done
d-
that.
Yeah, I don't do this pepper spray, whatever, because I'm afraid I'm going to spray myself in the eye.
Sure.
Fair.
Classic. So I just start yelling, help, and I just start flailing. And then at some point, they're like, "She's a little too much," and they leave.
Hmm.
Like, this is going to be more work than whatever's in her bag.
Wow.
And then
and-
they run away. Yeah.
And both times were the same.
And the
in that
second
regard?
time, both times they didn't get my stuff. And the second time, these two kids were beating me up basically, but they didn't say anything. So I was like, well, I don't know
How does
what
that
the agenda
start?
is.
How does that start?
I'm just walking down the street, and then one of the kids elbowed me in the head, and then just started then another kid showed up and just started beating me up.
And they never said a word.
Nope.
What street was this? Something you got to go down any other time? Was it busy?
It was at like 9 in the
nighttime?
morning. 9 in the morning.
Oh.
It's sunny outside. Walking by a park.
They wake up
And-
this early to do that?
Apparently, I don't even know if it was planned. I think they just saw me walking. They're like, "Yeah, let's just do this."
Whoa. And they didn't take anything?
Luckily someone showed up when I was yelling at some point. They showed up and they ran away.
Wow.
How long ago?
This is probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Are you
How
still-
badly beat were you?
Not that bad. Yeah. Mostly he elbowed me in the ear, so I kind of had a cauliflower-esque ear for a while. It wasn't huge, but that's what it felt like.
Hmm.
And then I scrape my hands and stuff. But
Do you get startled easily to this day because of that?
for a while I did, for a year, I'd have to just walk on the other side of the street if I saw someone coming towards me. But now it's fine again.
Do you, a lot of people are scared to talk to their parents about this because they don't want their parents to think that they're in trouble. Did you tell your parents?
You know, I don't remember if I told my parents or not what happened.
You hear that, parents? Shape up.
Right. I guess not, because that would be traumatizing too, right? I feel like I'd
Right.
remember that. I feel like I'd remember if you did it.
Yeah.
Right.
Somehow I'd feel it. Yeah, it's the worst. I don't know about you, but especially the one where you get beat up, where I didn't get beat up, but I had the guns on me, and everything's in slow motion, and you just feel like such a, whatever the word is, a sissy. I wasn't being the person I could have been. I even asked this is the lamest part of the whole thing. I go to the cops. I'm like, did I do the right thing? Deep down, knowing they're gonna say yes. Of course, you don't fight people with guns, but I'm like,
Right.
well, if you said I did, then I guess I did.
I like that they didn't beat you up, but you have been beating yourself up about this for over a decade.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
even
mean,
make fun of yourself in a voice during this story. Did I? Did you? I don't know. Did you do the right thing?
right. Right. I mean, but again, like, it happened in such slow motion, and you remember that slow motion. You know what I mean? However you saw it then, at least for me, I remember it like that. So I'm
Like how didn't you have time to do
it
this
was
other
slow
stuff?
motion. I could have, there's so much time. I could have lifted up a car and thrown it on both of them. While I'm being held up, another guy walked down, and they see this guy, and they point the gun to him, and the guy goes, no, and keeps walking. And I'm like, was it too late for me to say, no? But it didn't feel it, and I went with it. I did stand up in a way, like I gave them my money, and then they said, give me your whole wallet. And dejected, I said, no, I can't do that. That's my wallet. That's my ID. That's my ID and stuff. And they're like, okay, and then left. And I'm like, so did I have to give you anything? Now I'm even more angry. God damn it.
Oh my God. Let's how do you like them apples, you? Are you ready?
By the way,
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
If I went to the,
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
the one guy
Not
just
your
kept
fault.
walking.
It's not your dad.
Oh, fuck
Okay.
everybody. I know you stole other people's jokes, therapist. Anyway, rest in peace.
What's the name of that movie again? Fucking Matt Damon.
I remember
Apples?
thinking that. I was like, what is the name of the guy in Good Will Hunting?
Irene, did you have the name? Did you know what I was talking about?
No.
Okay, I'm glad we cleared it up.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is an act out of something that I don't understand, but I will smile and laugh politely.
You did.
I guess she makes Keith cry every day or something.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's happening here, but yes, this must be funny for somebody.
Did you see Good Will Hunting?
I did, but not recently, so I don't remember this from Good Will Hunting.
You don't remember the breakthrough. What did you remember?
I just remember that he was like a janitor and he would like write stuff on a chalkboard.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, that's all I remember.
it's really not fair. I've seen like 3 movies, so I have it fresh in my mind.
And he loved apples. I remember that.
There's apples in this movie. I literally don't remember this.
You really got to rewatch it. There's so
I
many
really
apples.
do. I liked the movie. I just don't remember anything about it.
He ran an apple orchard. Anyway, I'm also reading that Robinhood has to pay $70 million for outages and misleading customers. One of the largest penalties for this kind of thing ever.
And
Don't
they're
worry.
they're about to go public, right?
They're about to go public. They're fine. They're fine. I was pissed at Robinhood. I was one of these people, invested in AMC, getting very excited. Everybody's going to jump on this AMC the way they were at GameStop. And obviously they have to answer to more wealthy people than the common Joe. And Robinhood says, okay, you can't buy these meme stocks anymore right now. And it's like, motherfucker, that's the point. I need
Like,
people
that's why
to
I
buy
signed
it.
up. Yeah.
They're like, actually, right now, all you can do is sell. I'm like, okay, what kind of deal with the devil did you make over there, you motherfuckers? Yeah.
So
and
does that mean we get a cut because at some point we weren't able to buy certain stocks?
they fined Robinhood $57 million and ordered the FINRA, not sure what that stands for, said it fined Robinhood $57 million, ordered the stock trading app to pay nearly $13 million and restitution to thousands of clients. But it doesn't say how many thousands in
Is
three
my
articles.
name on there?
I don't see it in these 3 articles that I took things from.
Where do we
Uh,
get the list of clients getting the money? Because
Yeah.
I feel like I should check my name if it's on the list.
But here's the thing: they're doing very well. They half of their clients, they doubled their clients. Half of their clients were people like us buying these meme stocks, But they're planning to go public under the name Hood, HOOD, on NASDAQ. I think I'm in. Because they sound so shady. I know that's good. I see CNN. I see Michael Cohen. This is good news. All these millions doesn't affect them at all because they're in the billions. I think I'm Team Robinhood. These pieces of shit. Sure, love it. Fucking assholes. What a racket.
Fantastic endorsement
Yeah.
episode. So
Hey,
good.
right. We're in the news for being shady. You can invest in us now. Yes, because somehow you got away with it. I love it. Sure. Like, wow.
Are you writing this? Is this a pro or con? Like, I don't.
Is this am I supposed to get Robinhood now or no? I can't tell what's happening.
You're supposed to hate them and invest in them when they go public.
It's like, oh, we hate it, but I got to get that money.
Right. Fuck them, but I got a pool.
I mean, that's like Amazon, where everyone's like, fuck Amazon, but like, I need that 2-day shipping.
It comes right sometimes the same day.
Right. You ever notice at this point, I'm like, I have to wait a week for what?
Yeah,
Right.
it's supposed to come in 2 hours.
I just held my hand out. It's supposed to land right here in like 50 minutes, right?
The Boy Scouts of America have reached an $850 million settlement with more than 60,000 men who sued the institution over alleged sexual abuse. That's only like $10,000 each, though.
You could pay out for that.
Yeah, you pay out. Yeah.
They
So
got
no-
that many people to sue them?
Yeah.
No one's going to jail.
No, they just need money. One article I see 60,000 men, another one I see more than 84,000 sexual abuse victims.
So there's like, you get a car, you get a car.
Yeah, but I bet you get like a compass or something. I don't know what you get. But that, looking back, and again, this is all in hindsight, but these pervs, they're like, why do you think you need to be, why you're qualified? And they're like, I know how to 17 ways to tie a rope. Oh, okay. Here's a dozen kids. You can go camping with them.
Fucking clarity, Keith.
That's a
Shit.
little strange. It's a
I
little
know.
strange, but again, it's all in hindsight. I don't want to act like I'm I'm so fucking wise. But when your skill is tying knots, don't give them kids.
Oh, Lord.
Just a thought. Just a thought.
First the compass, now the knots.
Yeah, it's too much. You're not wrong, Kenda. You're not wrong. Did you see the story of the gold medal favorite? She is
I
runner
saw
in
the story.
She's going to be in the Olympics. Shakira Richardson. She ran a track and field qualifier, 100 meters in under 11 seconds. Now, 100 meters is 330 feet. That's about 100. That's what exactly. It's 110 yards. It's a football field. She can run that in 10 seconds.
Wow.
That's insane. Now the news is she's disqualified. That's the news bell. Don't worry about that. Somebody has Amazon in my whole building, so hit them all, shithead. Anyways.
I think honestly, Keith, it's time to write names on your buzzer. You fucking have 3 apartments over there, and you guys always get buzzed, all of you. Names.
I put a sticker that says "Don't buzz." They go, "Well, they must be home. They just put a sticker on." It's raining and the sticker's still up. It must be brand new. They're here. Like a detective show. The coffee's hot. They're around. Anyway, so she gets tested. She has marijuana in her system, and for at least a month, that could ruin her chances of going to the Olympics. She is suspended.
Holy shit. Congratulate her for being able to run while high. What?
Yeah, didn't we go over this with Michael Phelps?
Yes.
Michael Phelps, the greatest swimmer in the history of the world. He's the most winningest gold medal. He has more Olympic medals than second place is 10 medals away from Michael Phelps. It's not close. Maybe it is an enhancement drug. I would think I would give my opponent it. Like I would sneak weed in their coffee and fuck them. But apparently this makes her better. Her mom passed away, and she said she smoked weed to help deal with that. And so they found the weed in her system.
Holy
That's
shit.
so sad.
21 years old.
Is that this country?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
We are so fucking confused about weed in this goddamn country. Watching it actually help people with things as big as cancer and as, big as anxiety can get. And then we go, yes, on a state level, no, on a federal level. You can have it, but don't smoke it. You could smoke it, but not here. We can catch you with it. It's $25. We can catch you with it. It's jail. Make a fucking decision, morons.
She said it was a way to deal with the unexpected death of her mother. You know how she found out? A reporter brought it up during an interview.
What?
Yeah, I guess you could have a couple joints. Brought up that the mother died. That's how she found out.
What?
Yeah, like that you get you're doing your thing. I get the inside scoop because you're busy running and sweating. Then I go, hey, fascinating news. Your biological mother is dead.
And you're supposed to not smoke weed after that.
Thoughts? Yeah, here's my thought. I'm going to my hotel room now. Okay, have a great day. Good luck. Yeah, of course. Then she gives like an apology. I found out about my mom. It sent me in a state of emotional panic. I didn't know how to control my emotions or deal with my emotions during that time. She apologized to her fans. I greatly apologize if I let you guys down, and I did. Let me tell you
America.
Yeah, forgiven.
America. Oh, what a great, great country.
I would think, I would wish
United
like you
States.
gave weed to the Olympians. I'd be like, that's the real Special Olympics. Let's see what happens.
Mhm.
If you could work with that, good. By the way, how is skateboarding supposed to be an Olympic sport if you can't smoke weed? That's going to be, they're not going to get a lot of people. Yeah. You would think
No
it's,
one's testing them.
but running, yeah, maybe like competitive eating, but running, and you're still you can run a football field in 10 seconds. Get out of here. Start
So she's
looking at,
disqualified, or we're still debating?
she's suspended for a month. I say supposedly because there is, everybody heard this story. There is an outcry. So maybe they'll,
They might like reverse it or something.
Cosby just got out. Maybe they'll reverse it. Fingers crossed.
Keith, you gotta announce bummer news before all this.
It's hard. I never know where the show's going to go. I wanted to talk about In the Heights for an hour, but here we are. Cosby got us again. I threw up when I heard that Cosby news. What the fuck? And he's giving the peace sign and everything. I'm back. And then he still has friends. By the way, this shows you what an asshole my dad was. My dad has no friends. Cosby's like, I'm back. And they're like, hey. What a world. Irene, am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Thank you.
That news bummed me out the other day
Oh,
because nobody saw it coming.
Not at all. No one did. The victims didn't. I
Irene,
didn't, and I buy newspapers.
Do you remember where you were when you found out?
Cosby got out of jail. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think I was at the airport.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
It's not a good place to be.
No, it was all bad.
Did you
You
get
can't
yourself?
bring weed there.
Yeah.
Well, now you're gonna. Did you get yourself a treat after you heard that? Like, I need some me time.
Yeah, I bought an overpriced juice.
That's the spirit. Yeah.
Mhm.
God damn. Those swells. Tell me good news, Henda.
Holy shit! Really?
All my papers are bad news.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, In the Heights. Let's talk about In the Heights some more.
Okay.
Very, very well done. Not recommended to you.
How do I make good on this? I apologize to him on this show, on the show that we have for our VIP members. I
It
said I
seemed
would.
like you were. It felt on yesterday's show you were still fighting it to the point that fans of yours picked your side.
Wait, what
Like,
was the
like-
side? What was the fight about? I'm still confused.
Thank you.
So I'll play the clip at the end of the show.
May I, since you talked so much, or would you like to again?
Please, Henda.
Irene might be on your side if you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
Well, this is the weirdest apology I've ever heard, Irene. But okay,
You know what? I
continue.
take my apology back because I don't even know what I'm apologizing for
See?
anymore now that I thought about it. Here's what happened. Okay. Keith watches a lot of movies, and every once in a while he goes, "Hey, this is a good one. You might like it." One time in my email, he sent me and my boyfriend, sent the actual download because this thing was still in the movies. And he's like, "Here's the King of what the fuck, Staten Island." And we
Mhm.
were like, Keith likes the King of Staten Island. This is a weird recommendation. We finally saw it and we were like, why did we watch this? And then we remembered on Keith's recommendation, who sent it to us. Oh, Keith, you like this movie? And he's like, I didn't even see it. You didn't even. Oh, thank you. You know what? I'm going to rest my case right there.
Irene, we're in a pandemic. And
No, she's still laughing. Please.
I
give her a
know
moment.
you're ready to slice wrists. Here's a movie with
He didn't say any of
comedians that you know. It's what?
He
No, I
just
didn't
hit
say
forward.
anything.
He didn't
I
say
just,
why would you
but
say
I
something
didn't-
in an email so you can clarify your thought process?
Wait, you just sent the link with like nothing else?
Thank you.
Exactly. So why is she using the word recommendation to confuse you?
Let me ask you this. If you, right now, everybody listening to the podcast, if you could just send the link of the show that you're listening to a friend and not say anything, do you think that they would think that you're recommending this episode? Not just the podcast, but this episode.
Okay, so this episode, they either wanted you to know to invest in Robinhood or to remember that you don't like Michael Cohen. Would you then wait over a year and then have an opinion about it? Would that be a not good friend?
Is
Or
there a statute of limitations on my opinion on things?
on a movie that I recommended that I thought would, ready for this one, Irene, quote, benefit her, she says.
Would you stop with the fucking benefit
It would
shit?
benefit her.
I did.
Can you imagine?
I misspoke and I said it right away that was not the word I wanted to use. But now he's holding on to it, even though I striked it from the record. So when the judge says, "Please omit that," do you fucking omit it or do you keep bringing it up?
I don't admit it. That's why Cosby's out.
No, what kind
Shit
of
like
fucking
this.
jump is that?
Shit like this. Kenda freed Cosby. Hashtag.
Logical.
Hemda, can you free Britney next?
The courts were like, this is the best we can do. You know. All
right. Brittany still has to do everything her dad said.
All right.
Okay.
Me and Kenda are going to take a break. We're taking a week off. You can see that we need it. So this Sunday, July 4th, don't forget, it's Keith and the Girl Day. Tag us in your pictures using Keith and the Girl, the @ and the hashtag as well. And here's what you can expect next week. Like, we're taking off, but we'll still be in the Keith and the Girl chat room Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time for our regular chat party. We're posting new silent trailers video with Mateo Lane, Jesse Joyce, Ben Lerman, Dylan Adler, Matt B. That's free on our YouTube channel. You have VIP, you'll get a new What's My Name episode from Kenda. You'll get a new Daddy Issues episode from myself. Also, use code FREE TRIAL, one word, and get 2 weeks of Keith and the Girl VIP if you don't have it. Check it out, keithandthegirl.com/VIP. All right? So thank you to our IPs. Thank you to our VIPs. And thank you to Irene. It was very nice meeting you. Thank you so much for your
You
time.
should catch Irene while she's touring. Where should they catch you?
Yeah, just follow me on social media at Irene_2. That's TU, or go to my website, Irene2.com. It has all the tour dates where I'll be. Yeah, and then otherwise, I'll probably be watching In the Heights.
I don't know if I recommend it.
I don't know if I recommend me watching it either. I'm very confused.
Now, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do right now, but I will tell you this much. It's going to ban me from the Olympics.
The King of Staten Island? What's that Staten Island thing?
Yeah. The King of
How
Staten
you-
Island.
How dare you recommend this? Because I saw half of
You're saying I recommended it?
So Xerxes and I saw half of it, and I'm like, why did we decide to see this at all? And didn't you even send it to us? Like this was.
I might have
So
sent
good.
it to you. No.
Why would you send
This
it
was
to me?
so good. That's what I said. This is so.
Well, why would you send it to me? Since when do you send me movies?
Because I got it from somebody and it was illegal. You'd have to go to the movie theater to see it. So, thief.
Why
I
would
sent
you
it to
want
you.
me to see this?
I don't want you to do anything. I want you out of my fucking life. What happened was I happened to have a movie and you can't leave the house. Would you like this? It's free. It's people from SNL. You might dig it. I didn't mean to ruin your day. Again, a year and a half fucking later when it's on TV anyways. I'm sorry I put you out. I don't even know how you found it. Get a wall calendar, right? You have the
She would have
movie
it right
everyone's
there. I
talking
agree, Keith.
about.
It will be right there in her face.
Yeah.
Did you see this movie?
Yeah.
It's impossible. It's just such fucking. It's so whiny and so. Are we
He's gonna
supposed
get
to?
work at the end after all.
Of course he is. But are we supposed to be on this dude's side
Yes.
the whole time?
Not
She
not
said
during
the whole time.
Yeah, probably the whole time.
He is a piece of shit garbage, doesn't take any responsibility for himself. Bill Burr is an asshole, but like fucking deals with his shit at least. What is this? Oh, so embarrassed for that girl who's he thinks he's better than because I don't know why. Oh my God. Tattoo's a 9-year-old.
I need you right now. Me and Karen will continue for 2 minutes. I want you to go tell Xerxes I did not recommend that movie and say it's so fucking good. See it, whatever the cost. I didn't say that about Casablanca. You just got. By the way, I said all that, and it's a year and a half later. But I said all that.
No, you did. My point is, first of all, you should feel good about the fact that we were confused that it was you who sent us this piece of shit.
Uh-huh.
I figure if you're going to, you never recommend a movie.
If
So
a
when
car
you-
would, if you could duplicate a car for free, would you steal it? Yeah, what?
No,
Kendall
when-
would complain. So this car.
No. When you recommend a movie, I
Mhm.
take that shit seriously. There's very few that you would recommend and speak highly of. So if you're sending it
Praise.
to me, but if you're
Literally praise, apparently.
if you send me a movie,
I love tattoo. You know, I love tattoos.
if you're sending me the movie, you're saying this is worth your time. Can you at least admit that this is
No.
worth your time?
No.
Really?
We,
Why
Yeah.
do you send it to me?
why don't we get a time machine, see what I said a year and a half ago? And I bet it's something like, I got this movie if you want.
You're in the house with nothing to do.
But I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't go this.
Because you don't know what movies are. She brought up a movie on Keith and the Girl. Didn't know what it was. Took half hour. I found the movie like we gave a fuck. Look at it. You hate Eliza Schlesinger. Let's just say that and move on. Don't try
I
to.
want to like her, and you know what? I liked her a lot more in this movie. But in the half an hour that we had left to the end of the movie, somebody was rushing to wrap it up. So, you know what I mean? Like her voice, I think, is getting a little bit better. You know, and
Okay.
her blah blah blah. But
Huh?
holy shit, the ending to that, just oof.
And what was the movie?
Fuck, I just
Okay. So why would so you're comparing
Good
who
on
would
paper.
recommend
good on paper.
so you're gonna
I'm not- I'm
recommend
not
something to
recommending
me.
it.
You
I'm
wouldn't
not recommending it.
No, you
Not
wouldn't be
recommending it.
able to recommend anything. You're not able to. You don't know what the movies are. So why are you comparing me giving you a movie to what your thing would mean? Because your thing literally can't happen. It's not able to happen.
I have recommended movies that were good.
I wonder. You would think, yeah, but I don't know.
Come on.
You'd think it'd have to be, right?
I
Let's ask the
think so.
8 ball. Let's ask the 8 ball.
Let's see what the 8 ball has to say.
It says, I don't fucking know. It says, leave me out of this. Then it's bubbly. But it says, what did I do?
Oh
Yeah, I'll have to try again later. He said, this is so fucking good. Whatever you do, see it. So I waited a year and a half.
Is there okay? Can I just ask the audience something?
Because of how much I respect him, whether he wanted to see this for Keith and the Girl or for him, I don't care.
no. And the reason why
I'm gonna tell you why I'm on Key's side because
Because
Oh, well,
common sense.
no,
But go
not
on.
I'm sorry. The only reason why I'm gonna tell you why is because I bet you Keith got it, and he was like, Kim is at home.
Mhm.
You know, she's locked in the house. I have this movie. Let me just send it to her. Probably not pressuring or anything. He was like, here's the movie, watch it. And you were like, well,
I get
Keith
what
gave
you're
it to
saying.
me.
I would never do that. If I'm sending you a movie, I think that you would benefit. It would be useful. You would enjoy watching it.
I'd
One of those
benefit.
things.
I'd
one of those-
benefit.
It could be a document.
You know what? I don't remember one movie that you gave me and went, you're going to benefit.
Okay, not but enjoy
White
it.
boy Rick, you're going to benefit. I'll try not to hire hit
Rick.
people.
Okay, I take the word benefit back. Could we not? My point is,
You would grow from it.
no, I recommended that. Here's the movie. I recommended that movie. I would not send you even the title with a message of watch it or watch it if you want, or just the movie, unless I want you to watch it. I think you'll enjoy it. Why would you? I have to ask the audience a question. Would you send a movie to someone, but that doesn't mean you want them to watch it?
I don't want them not to watch it. I'm
You
sending it
you
because
should want me to not watch that movie.
I might not even have seen it when I sent it to you because I didn't get
What?
around to it.
What?
It's
People
not
do
a
that too.
recommendation. You know,
If you're sending it, it's a recommendation.
well, I'm telling you, it's not.
Who lives like that?
A human being that gets the latest movies.
But
If
People
I
do that
got
with
Fast
screeners.
9,
Yeah, people do
if
that
I
with
got
screeners,
Fast 9
yeah.
ahead of time and sent it to the Moros, and then it's shitty as it is, are they mad? Like, why did you praise this and jerk off
were you
to
recommending
and
it to the Moros?
No, it came and I have it, and you might like this thing. I happen to get the inside scoop on.
So you thought I would like it?
I didn't know you'd slice my wrists over it.
No. My point is if you're sending it to someone, you think they would enjoy it. You're recommending it.
That's not the same thing. I don't know if I even saw it when I sent it to you. It's SNL people. You watch SNL.
It's more seller people than SNL, I think.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The main guy is SNL.
Yeah.
And sends it to you. Yeah, I mean, whether we didn't, yeah, it's pretty, it blows a lot. But
But it was fun to see Rich Voss, Bonnie McFarlane. Yeah.
Okay, so you might like it. Here it is. So you thought I'd like this piece of shit? What?
She is personally offended. She
Personally
looks like,
offended that
how
she got
dare
something.
you
No good deed. No
send me
good
this
deed.
terrible, shitty ass movie.
Meanwhile, I'm taking a risk with the FBI when I mail this. Right? But fuck me. She probably turned me in.
How is Keith always like some angel? Like
I
gets
gave
fucked
you
with?
something. How's he like an angel? Because angels give. And they don't ask for anything back. I never said, yeah, how's that movie? But you take, and then shit on it a year later. Hey, what about that movie? You're like, first of all, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. The King of Staten Island, I think, first of all, you said you saw it a minute ago. Don't remember the title. I'm supposed to know a year ago. Why do you keep a calendar out? To remind me to see a movie. Why do I keep a calendar out is your big problem. It's blowing. How about congrats on your new ceiling fan? Would that have been nice?
Is it because Kyle talked to the landlord?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. He
Right.
felt
He
bad.
said, "I
So he's
can't. I'm
like,
not
"I'll give you
fixing
a
your
ceiling
tub,
fan."
but here's a fan." And I'm like, "Whatever. Just, I'm sorry."
Here's something to blow some wind around.
You're
Yeah.
right. If we had a good week, then Keith and I have to fight. Something has to happen.
We were not going to go without some form of a confrontation.
You gave me this movie. Fuck
And
off.
that's probably going to be the poll.
Yeah. Should him to fuck off. Yes, no. 2 options. Why would you send this to me, beg me to see it, to enrich my life when I'm having suicidal thoughts?
I thought you liked a movie. Who sends a movie film?
I don't even know if I saw it when I sent it to you. I got it from somebody and I thought, who do I care about that might want to see this?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And that's
Because
why
I don't
I'm
want to pay
with him,
$60
because-
to watch
yeah.
it on TV as well, because that's the only option in pandemic days.
Okay, all right. I see your point.
Do you?
I do. I really do. I got confused. I thought sending it means recommending. I
because
get it.
because that's how you function.
Normally
you go,
people go, yeah.
I wouldn't send it to you unless I really enjoy it and want you to do it. And Keith was like, it doesn't always mean it. It's like, here you go, because we do screeners too. So it's one of the things where, you might get a stack of them.
Right.
And
Well, thank
some we
God
have
Hinda
seen,
doesn't
some we
send
may
me
have not
anything.
seen.
If Hinda send me stuff, I'd have to take book reports on it, apparently. Right?
No, but I would send you a thing like, hey, I didn't like this, but this might be up your alley. Like a little context.
You had said
or like-
something you didn't like?
No, it's not my point. Come on. You can't completely miss my point just because I understand yours.
I know. This is
Oh,
one of
my
those, I'm
goodness,
sorry, so now I
okay.
have to be sorry.
No.
I'm sorry I gave you
Oh
the
my
movie,
God.
Penda. I know one time I said, do you want bacon? You're like, I don't eat bacon. Then later you go, and I was at this restaurant. Their bacon was very good. Anyway, the point is,
Look at the stuff that Keith remembers. Look at the stuff
that's
that Keith
called
remembers.
caring. I hate bacon. Why would you even offer it? Hey, did you try these guys' bacon? Like what?
It's
What's
years
happening here?
later.
Uh-huh.
But I understood your point. Oh,
I'm sorry to offer you something. Movies and bacon. I'm
don't
the
make
worst.
this a
Would
thing.
you, hey, would you
Don't
guys
make
like
it a
movies and bacon, or am I a fucking piece of shit?
That
No,
sounds great.
no,
Movies
he's
and
gonna
bacon.
I'm an asshole.
Oh my
Asshole in town. Come get your bacon and movies over here. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. There it is. Movies and
Yes.
bacon.
Movies and
Oh,
bacon.
the asshole's coming around again. Hide.
My God, I'm gonna die. Ooh, okay. Oh God, this is fluffy shit. Oh God. Okay.
So you saw it?
Saw half of it. Should I watch the rest?
You will.
You don't know that.
Oh, I know that. And it'll still be my fault. I got you again somehow.
Of course.
Yeah, I got her
Okay.
twice. Oh, God. Karen, please.